My name is Robert. I was diagnosed with COPD.
Robert Jr., and that's my father.
One night, when I was in bed, I raised up out of bed because I couldn't breathe. I couldn't catch my breath. And I threw a window open and tried to get more air. And I went out in the other room. The wife got me out in the other room. I sat down in a chair and we turned a fan on to give me more oxygen. And from there it started. And every night I'd cough a lot when I first started getting it. And it was a short time after that I went to the doctor. I thought it was just a cold or something when I went to him, and he sent me to a specialist. And this is what it was. It was COPD. It is. 2 years ago, you had me come to Florida and have this treatment. And since then, I know definitely that it has improved. My breathing, what I can do and what I can't do, and it's done well for me. If I overstrenguated myself, pushing something or pulling something or doing this, after this treatment, I could do this without a problem. So that has really helped. And I also, since this treatment, I had high blood pressure problems, and I have been taken off of blood pressure medicine completely. And my numbers have dropped way down since this treatment. So, and that's been within the past year.
Just seeing him outside more, being able to get out and putz around the yard, even raking or some small yard work tasks that he wasn't able to do before. All is good to see. Feeding his animals, he's got several bird feeders and deer feeders, and I don't know, squirrels I think you're feeding too, and turkeys. So, and it's just he can do more of that than what he could before.
I can walk now, which I was slow at before. I can walk now, and it don't bother me at all. I would say probably a month maybe after I come home from Florida, that I noticed the difference. My breathing, I could tell with my breathing was easier. I didn't have to take the deep breaths like I was taking before. Well, I don't know how bad I had the COVID, but we definitely had it, and had it good. I think it really helped me, and it kind of surprised me that I didn't get it worse, but I didn't. I was tired with it, and weak, didn't have an appetite. But other than that, I think this had a lot to do with it.
I guess when we first found out, the biggest concern for my sister and I was him having COPD and his lung issues, and the way that it affects the lungs. That was a huge concern, because everyone you were reading about or hearing about, the statistics were not good. Well, for the first week, I spent the week there just to keep an eye on everybody. But my mom, I guess you could say, she went that same night, that Saturday night. I had to take her into the emergency room. That was totally unexpected. So, scares the heck out of you. It doesn't matter which parent, it scares the heck out of you no matter what. Especially how they handled taking her in, and I turned around and she was gone. But so I stayed for a week with him while she was in the hospital, just to make sure. And like I said, his lungs just didn't, react like we thought it was going to with this COVID. And like I said, his oxygen levels, we were monitoring, several times a day, probably every, 2-3 hours.
Yeah.
We were monitoring. We had a tester, and knew what level we had to call him in, and he just never hit those levels, which, like shocked us. Happy, we were elated, but yeah, we were just shocked that he came through so well. We had the two spectrums. We knew what it can do to somebody who had healthy lungs, and I don't even know if he wouldn't have had the treatment, I don't know where we'd be at. So
I would definitely tell them to have this procedure done. From my experience, because of what I went through, I feel that it would be well worth their while.
I wanted to know that it would certainly change the quality of life. I think that's what it's really all about. It's the quality of life. I mean, my dad was and is a very active person, and to see somebody that active slow down like that, you know, it's no fun to watch. And look, your mind is still working just like normal, right? But you know your body can't do it. So I mean, I know that it was frustrating for him as well. So for me, if you have the opportunity to do something like this and you want to improve somebody's quality of life, I think it's well worth it. And like he's 85 years old, so it's still worth it.
Yeah, better believe that.